How's it going, guys? Fuzzy bringing you back into the whole YouTube scene. The first two things I want to address before we get into the video is one, thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. That's an insane amount of people. I'm really doing this just for fun. You guys watch my videos and support me. I go to school and I also work at Apple almost 30 hours a week, so I'm pretty stressed on time. So the videos that I can put out, I do put in a lot of effort. So for you guys to go ahead and give me almost 2,000 views on my second to last video is just insane, and I just really want to thank you guys real quick for that. So thank you so much. For today's video, what we're going to be doing is we are continuing with our MLB 17 The Show Wishlist series. In this series, we pretty much talk about what we want to be in the game, but today we're going to continue on with players that we hope are added into the game. At least in my opinion, these are six players that I think would be amazing in terms of statistical players and easily be diamond players. I think if they were implemented in the game, not only would they be the best players, but they would also be the most fun to use. With that, let's get started. The first player that we have today is actually one of my favorite players of all time. I am a Cleveland Indians fan, but back in the day, this guy was actually my favorite player, and this guy is Todd Helton. If you guys don't know who he is, the Todd father, he had a season for the ages back in 2000, and I think it was 2000. So in this season, he hit 372 in 2000. No one does that. I know Barry Bonds had 73 home runs, and no one does that either. But 372 is insane no matter what era you're in. And to couple it with 216 hits, 42 home runs, and 147 RBIs, that's insane. And factor in Coors Field, I know maybe that inflates his stats, but if you add this guy in the game, I think he's going to be one of the top 10 hitters you can ever find. Todd Helton's the man. So our next player is 2004 Johan Santana. I think this is one of the greatest pitching seasons of all time. Not in terms of record-wise or anything like that, but just as an overall talent. He went 20-6, 20 wins, 6 losses, with I think it was a 2.61 ERA, a .92 WHIP, meaning that he only allowed .92 runners on base per inning, which is amazing. And he had 265 strikeouts. So an overall amazing season, and I think he'd be one of the top 10 pitchers. Definitely a diamond once he was implemented into the game. And I think a lot of players would remember him from the past, so they would be diving in, hoping to go ahead and grab him and get them on their team. So after Johan Santana, we have another hitter. We're going to go with 2007 David Wright. Everyone loves David Wright, and this season he hit 325 with 196 hits, 30 home runs, 107 RBIs, 34 stolen bases, and he won a Gold Glove. I think he's easily going to be the best player in the game. I think he has the chance to be the best player in the game. Maybe not the arm. I know he had a good arm, but maybe not a cannon. But I think with the average, the Gold Glove, the home runs, and the 34 stolen bases, he easily has a chance to be the Alex Rodriguez of MLB 2016 The Show. So 2000 David Wright, keep a lookout for him. If you see him, no matter how many stubs it costs, go ahead and pick him up because he's going to be one for the ages. Alright, I think you guys are going to be pretty excited with this pick right here. I cannot believe these stats considering he was 34, 35 years old when he put up these stats. But 2002 Randy Johnson, one of the most complete dominant pitching seasons of all time. In 2002, Randy Johnson went 24-5 with a 2.32 ERA with 334 strikeouts and 260 innings. So not only is he going to get you into the 7th, 8th inning and then you can bring in your best relievers, he's going to strike you out a bunch of guys and not allow too many base runners, and he's going to win you a bunch of games. Randy Johnson has to be in the game. He wasn't in the last one, which I think pissed off a lot of people. He's almost like a Chris Sale type, but better. And Chris Sale is practically unhittable in MLB 2016 The Show. So let's look forward to seeing Randy Johnson in the game and kind of keep our fingers crossed. Kind of keep it in old school again, we have another 2000 pick. We're going to go with Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas, the big hurt. He was one of the most feared hitters of all time. I don't think, if I was in the Major League Baseball, trust me, I would not want to face Randy Johnson as a hitter, and as a pitcher, I would not want to face Frank Thomas. Simply because he was so huge, he was such a massive human being, and to couple that, he could actually hit for average too. In 2000, he hit 328 with 191 hits, and he's like 6'6". How do you do that? To top it off with 43 home runs, 143 RBIs, and 112 base on balls or walks. So he's going to be one of the overall top hitters of the game. And I think if he does come out, you definitely want to have him on your team. But Frank Thomas coming in at number 5, and I think you can't go wrong with this one. So we've come to our 6th and final player, and I think he's easily the most exciting player. simply because he had the most swag. We're going to go with 1983 Rickey Henderson. I'm going to put a few clips in here just so you guys can see. This guy played with a lot of passion, and he really did think he was the greatest of all time. And just to kind of give you some brief stats, I think he'd be easily the fastest player in the game that MLB has ever seen. He had 108 stolen bases at 127 attempts. What? To go along with a 292 batting average with 105 runs and 103 walks. Not the best in terms of home runs. I think he only had like 7, but he will be the best leadoff hitter to ever come to video games, and I think he needs to be in the game. And to top it off, with the new and improved graphics of MLB, I can't wait to see that little home run shot that they have to give to him, and hopefully they put that in the game too. So that's our top 6 for today. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video for today. If you guys want to see anything else, anything at all, go ahead and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to click on my video and cut me some slack with my nonsense. But I appreciate you guys so much, okay? Have a good one. See ya.